Hey, this is Matthew with AnotherWorldTerraria.com coming at you with an unboxing of a plant that I've been wanting to get for a really long time. It's going to be Heliamphora minor. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. This is coming from a private seller. It's just a friend of mine. Most of the stuff I get is from private sellers. Here we go. Nicely packaged. Let the plant be revealed. Alright. Go. Nice. Nice and small. They do get a bit bigger. Quite a bit bigger than this. This is kind of a young offshoot, but I like the smaller a plant is, the better. He had some larger ones, but I wanted the smaller one. And then I can just sort of let it grow into wherever I plant it. There we go. So there is a Heliamphora minor. You can see the pictures. Now these are, some species in this genus are kind of quasi-carnivorous. Most people consider them carnivorous plants, but it kind of depends on what rules you use for determining whether a plant is truly carnivorous or not, based on, does it produce digestive fluids, or is it using chemicals based on bacteria that are living within the pitchers and so on. So we won't get into it, but these are kind of on the fence one way or the other, depending on the species and depending on what guidelines you're using to determine carnivory. So still considered a carnivorous plant by pretty much everyone in this niche here. So it's looking good. I'll clean out some of the sphagnum from the pitchers and then plant it and mist it. He actually told me that he grows them in fluval stratum, which is really interesting. Let me grab it here. So this is fluval stratum. This is actually originally made to be a planted aquarium substrate. So it's kind of these granules. So I'm going to give this a try. Talk a little bit about the culture of these and also about the physiology. So first of all, the physiology. There's this little nectar gland right here. It's the little red kind of hood over the top of the pitcher. That just releases a sweet kind of nectar, if you will, and ants and things like that are drawn to that. And then the pitcher itself is shaped quite vertical, just like most pitcher plants, and so the insect will kind of fall off and slide down the pitcher tube, and there's some downward pointing hairs that are really fine, and that helps the insect kind of slide down there and makes it harder for them to escape. So the pitchers will generally be filled with a little bit of fluid, and then the insect will fall down in there and drown, and then in one way or another the nutrients will be obtained by the plant. As far as care, as I mentioned, I'm going to be trying this in the fluval stratum because that's how my friend grows them, and it's obviously looking really nice, so it's growing well. These plants, the Heliamphora, they prefer really bright light, extremely high humidity, and pretty good air movement. Also, it's a little bit tricky because a lot of them like cooler temperatures, or at least particularly a cooler nighttime temperature. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to grow this 100% or not, but I'm going to definitely try. The key is just to keep them as cool as you can, and if you can give them a cooler night, that's good. So some species like it a lot cooler than others. I'm not actually 100% certain if the Heliamphora minor can do relatively well in warmer temperatures. Anyway, I'm just going to give it a try. It won't hurt to give it a shot and see what happens. You can go ahead and check out my playlist that has a bunch of other unboxing videos as I go out of control and just keep ordering more and more plants.